Hey guys, welcome to another video. And today, what we're going to be doing is going over my FIFA 21 growth test that I have been working on. So what I've done is I've taken 23 to 24 players from some of Europe's best countries, and I've just compiled them all in to one team to see how they do. Now, sometimes you'll see ridiculously low rated players like that 69 rated value there, and that is because they are regens of the players who retired. And Dodge is actually sadly not a regen. He's just, for whatever reason, no growth happened in that position. That's just disappointing, But anyway, the only thing I was allowed to change, because they were all on balanced development plans when I sim forwarded 5 years, and the only thing I was allowed to change was positions so that everybody could play. For example, Hysaj is usually a right back, but this time he's playing at left back just because it'd be a shame if Balliu sat the bench. Now, of course, this is the first one. As you can see, very strong forward line. 84 Macaulay, 89 Barry, 69 Balliu, 70 rated Dodge, 86 Gypsy, 90 rated Mersh Kambula, 79 Balliu, 91 Strakosha, and 89 rated Hysaj. Also, I do want to mention that the reason I am doing this is because I know people always have trouble finding out what players they want to use in a career mode. So here you go. I'm here with the players you want to use in your career modes. So whenever this thing goes down, it'd be nice. But as you can see, this is the Belgium team. We've got D. Ketalare, who is already starting as a striker. I've moved him out left. I've got Dodi, Luca Bacchio, Salamakers, Verscharen, Mingala, Tieleman, Sardella, Van Heusen, Borna, Van der Bremt, and Van de Voort. You've got Raskin, Doku, Kana, Apenda, Samuel Lukonga, Tressor, and Vrijks. Again, after 5 years, I've just put them all in. And here we go. It's quite nice, actually. Quite nice of a team. Now we have, this is the Bosnian team. This is Edin Dzeko's regen, and that's a random Bosnian player's regen. I don't know. I don't know the name. I'm sorry. But you've got a 76 rated Dzeko regen with 89 pace. You've got Turkes, Pjanic at an 80, Gojak at a 78, Visca at 81, Dedic at a 78, Ahmed Hozic at an 83, Babic at an 80, Kolasinac at an 87, and Gojak at a 78, and Begovic at a 72. This just proved what by Bosnia is probably not going to go to a World Cup anytime soon. But now we have Croatia. I've done Andre Kramaric up top, Brekalo out right, Petkovic at cam. Actually, no, Brekalo out left, Petkovic at cam, and Vlasic at cam. And you've got Brozovic, Kovacic, Bradaric, Carleta Carr, Pongracic, and Versalico. Of course, Gavardiol is actually the real one who was playing. And of course, Perisic is, retired back there, but that's fine. And I've got an updated one with Gavardiol in starting 11 and Sevic over there as well. Okay, and now we've got the Danish squad. Oh my God, it's running away from me. So now we have it's done it again. Okay, now we have the Danish squad finally. So, but based on what based on all the positions and stuff, I've managed to figure out that in the computer was putting Delaney at left back and was putting Billing at CDM. That's my way of figuring. That's my guess as to how the AI has put them up. But of course, you got 91 rated Kasper Dolberg up top. That is Christian Eriksen there, 89 rated, 88 rated Larson, 86 rated Skov, Billing at an 81, Højbjerg at a 92, Christensen at an 88, Nelson at an 83, Mahele at an 87, Schmeichel at a 79, and Delaney at an 87. And the reason why we don't have a left back, because I didn't convert anyone to left back. I don't know. I think that's just a little oversight by me. I swear to God, I paused this. Okay, here is the England squad. I've decided not to put the likes of, Raheem Sterling, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford. I mean, these are somewhat big English players. They're not the best. Walker was an 86 at one time, but you've got Harvey Barnes, right? Tammy Abraham, iffy. Ryan Sessegnon, you've got Dele Alli, a little iffy on if he's popular or not. You've got Garner, Skip, Chilwell again, and Maguire again, a little iffy, as well as Hendo back there in goal. We got Biakayo Tomori as well. Of course, got Emil Smith-Rowe, Bogle as well. Longstaff, Brewster, Tanganga, Dianganga, and Delap. Liam Delap. And now we've got the, I believe, Finnish team. Yeah, this was an interesting one because Mr. Timo Pukki retired, and that we created a little interesting one. Of course, Peningangas is his regen there, but Pahajalanpo is the real one who was playing. Of course, Lapalin had an 85, Jensen had an 83. Some little Finnish guys you may not have noticed. Of course, Radecki as the biggest Finnish player because he's famous, and of course Malik Diaw. If I had gone a little more, I probably could have got Malik Diaw off to like an 86, but I only go for 5 years. And then Uranen as well at left back gets a 82. I mean, these guys are actually quite solid, to be honest. And now we've got France. I've thrown in Ben Yedder just for the memes, but he actually, I believe, did go up to like an 85 or so. But you also do have Jonathan Bamba, Ben Yedder, Ikone, Fekir, Lamar, Kakre, Digne, Zuma, Kamara, Simicon, and Berdoni. This is arguably the best one I've done, except maybe the striker. But, I mean, it's probably one of the best ones I've ever done, I would say. Yeah, it's probably the best one I've ever done. Easily. But, I mean, as you can see, you guys can judge for yourselves. Now, we have the German one. Actually, maybe the German one rivals it a little bit. You've got Luca Waldschmidt from Freiburg. I was a little shocked when I saw him, but he's actually quite solid. I didn't expect him to get up to all the way to a 93 after his conversion to striker, which is crazy. And you've got Hack at left, Marco Reus, who was up to an 87, but has dropped since. You've got Anthony Meyer, Sergi Serdar as well, up to a 90. Nebel right for that 81. Baku at the 92. Klosterman at an 86. Matthias Ginter at an 89. Agu at an 87. And Leno, probably a little more expensive, at an 89. Of course, you got Kevin Trapp at an 84. And Trinia and Gundogan, Ta, Koch, and Karyabek, and Rudiger as well, rounding out the rest of the team. And of course, now we've got the Greek team. This was also a shout. Quite solid Greek team. You got Tizolis out left. I made sure if one of them, I don't think the left wing guy is on the bench, but there was this other guy who was like left mid or something, and I waited for a year to convert him because I wanted Tizolis to grow to be higher than him so he would play because of his crazy growth. As you can see, 87 rated Tizolis. You got Pavladis up top with an 88, Laminos all right with an 85. Those two, Tizolis and Laminos, definitely should buy and put on your wings. Fortunis as well. Cam Velasquez at center mid. Palanopoulos is, I'm assuming, his name, 88. Simikos at an 91. Manolas at an 85. Restos at an 84. Kutris at an 85. And Vlachimos, probably the most surprising one for me. Vlachimos, his crazy rise. And now we've got the Italian team here. Lorenzo Insigne was up to an 87 at one point, but he did decline because of his age. Of course, you've got Bellotti at a 90. I did not expect this. This came out of the blue. Andre Bellotti up to a 90. Matteo Politano as well up to a 91. And you've got Spinazzola at left back, Izzo, Rugani, and Florenzi. And of course, even Perrin up to an 89, which is crazy to think about. And Bernardeschi as well there. Chiesa, maybe if I put him at cam, he would have exploded because Chiesa very easily could have been one of the players there that did explode for us and do extremely well. Ooh, I just realized that I missed one. Hold up, let's go back. Then we got the Greek one. Italian one. I'm sorry about this. And, okay, Dutch one now. Myron Boadu. Because I saw Xerxes, I'm like, he's not whichever one we did before. He's not that. Of course, but anyway, got a 92 Myron Boadu. Also for teams like the Netherlands. I should probably clarify this as well. Teams like the Netherlands and Germany who've got insane talent. Everybody here has under 85 potential. That's how I've done it. Because otherwise, I'm going to have ridiculously rated players. You got Cody Gagpo at left, Boadu up top with Stengs playing as a cam, Calivert out right, Veerman, who is injured, who probably could have got up to a 90 if he was not injured. There in that center mid spot. You got Coop Meters as well at CDM. You got Weinjall at 91, 86 rated, 89 rated Shears, 88 rated Teze, and 88 rated Jeremy Frimpong as well. That's always a nice one. You also got the 93 rated Belijah there. You got Malasia, Botman, Reyes, Xerxes, Broby, Tyler, and Timber as well. And now we move and we find ourselves with the Norwegian team. Of course, Erling Haaland's going to be in there every day of the week. But of course, you got Alexander Sorloth as well, up to a... Why does my monitor keep turning off? Anyway, 83 rated, Alexander Sorloth, quite a solid shout. You've got Martin Odegaard as well at 92, Midsub at an 81, Sanderberg at an 88, and Jens Peter Hauga at a 91. Of course, you got Risa, who's heard of him, Ostegard, who's heard of him, Ajer Some people have heard of him, and Sevenson, who's heard of him? Like, I've never heard of so many of these players. That's why I kind of did this. There's so many players, class and goal, that you've never heard of, and you're now going to use in your career modes. Because you see this guy, Krzysztof Piatek. I mean, people have heard of him because he's quite a famous failed wonder kid. But Plateta, Moder, Bilecek, Zerkowski, Szymanski, Gubny, Bednarek, Wolchowskis, Pushkas, Dragowski, Siz, Hoyo Kowalski, Bilatek, Buska, Stanwiles, Paletsky, and Jozwiak as well. So they're so crazily good. I mean, this is funny because this Poland team disappointed because Dragowski got injured, so they stayed in the championship for an extra season, and they were not able to secure any European football, sadly. But of course, here's the Portuguese side. I didn't care about the 85 potential. Maybe I could have done the 85 potential, but I don't think I was able to because I think it was dipping into like the 70s. So I did this. I got Pedro Neto out left, who actually was preceded by Jota, but he did actually grow over Jota somehow. That rarely ever happens, especially given the gulf in their overalls. So that sometimes rarely ever happens because you got Joao Felix at center forward. No one was ever contesting it. Pedro Goncalves out right. Trincao at right mid. Neves at a 90. Sanchez at an 87. Guedes at a 91. Ruben Dias, Diego Dallo, and Nuno Tavares as well. Of course, Dallo, he was a nice conversion to center back. Tavares took a while, but also Maximiano as well. He actually had really bad potential. But also this next one, which is Romania. Stefan Radu was the biggest shock in goalkeeping because he had 86 potential last year when I did my own Romania rebuild personally and privately. And now I come and check, and he's got 80 potential. Like, what? They sliced his potential. It's not even in the dark greens anymore. But anyway, we do have Malton out left, Florian Coman at striker, Dennis Mann out right, Hagi, Skratu, and Mari in the center midfield spots, Bobak at left, Childress at center back, Pascano at center back, Harut at right back, and Stefan Radu at goalkeeping position. Of course, Malton, I've seen people get Malton up to like crazy high 90s. But I don't know. He guessed he just didn't play or something. But now here's the Russian team. You've got Bakayev, Moranchuk, Sobolev, Moranchuk, Golovin, Baranov, Maslov, Diev, Makiev, and Karyev, and Mashemienko. The Russian side was solid. I mean, I was a little taken aback by how good the Russians were. But as we go into our last ones, this is the Serbian one. This one I was just screwing around at this point. Like, this is the stupid formation. But you got Radanovic, Jovic, Zikovic, Randelovic, Milinkovic, Racic, Maximovic, Milinkovic, Vechkovic, Maros, and Ratchkovic. All of the Viches in here. You got Grujic, Palasovic, Mitrovic as well. Mitrovic at the beginning was getting starts over Jovic because he was scoring crazy goals off the bench. And then he ended up starting because he scores more goals. The AI has brains now. And of course, you got Vlahovic, Jasinovic, Lukic, and Javalic as well, rounding out that side. And now we do have the Spain team, everybody under 85 potential. Marco Asensio out left gets back up to those FIFA 17 and FIFA 18 levels where he used to be able to go up to 90s. And you got Munier as well up top with the 90 rated. Perez with the 87. Carlos Soler at the 92. Melo with the 87. Mikel Merino with the 87 and Milo with the 84. Junior Firpo as well, 93. Bit of a shock. Hermoso there with an 85. Must have been coming off an injury. Zubeldia there with an 89 rating. And Porro as well, obviously, is injured, so he was not playing. Santelas was playing there. And Pepa Arrizabalaga as well. But Barnexta didn't play. I know he's been solid. Nunez has been, these guys also played. I know Barnexta actually is quite a decent pickup, though. If he does play, he's one of them to sign, Also, Sweden, I've literally only heard of Isak, Kulusevski, and Lindelof. I've never heard of any of these other Dons. Look at this. Carlson, 87. Svanberg, 86. Olsen, 83. Kajusta, 81. Kahn, 82. Lindelof, 88. Kraft, 87. Anderson, 82. And Pedersen, 85. The bench is quite crap. But look at the top. Isak at a 93 and Kulusevski at a 94. I do not believe I actually signed J. John Kulusevski, but I know I have used Isak in the 4 before. And now we got Switzerland. You've got Brielle Ambrolo. Vargas. Who is Vargas? I've heard of Ambrolo. I've heard of Zakaria. I've heard of Alvedi and Kanchi and Babu. Who are the rest of these people? Vargas at a 92, Abisher at a 90, Rubek at an 82, and Babu at a 90, Comer at an 87, and Bolo as well at the 91, Akanji with an 88, Alvedi with an 86, Sal, of all people, with an 89, And then Almond, the goalkeeper, with an 87. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I know this one actually had a lot of goalkeepers. And now the Turkish team, this one was also a little bit of a messed up squad-looking thing because they had lots of defenders. Emrez Yuno, I know he has been one that you don't really sign. He's one that you always will probably play against once in your career modes. If you do a career mode in Spain, you will probably play against him. Well, actually, that makes a little more sense. But if you do a career mode, you probably will play against this guy. And of course, you've got Havechi, Yazici, Under, Kokchu, Kabak, Demirol, Siyensu, Selik, Kaker, Yilmaz, of course, with the 90, 90, 89, 87, 84, 90, 90, 91, 89, 83, 90. Crazy. The bench is quite solid. The failed wonder kid, Emery Moore there. Hopefully, maybe if Chekis Under didn't take his spot, Emery Moore might have had a little bit of a revival. And this is the last one, sadly. It is the Ukraine. You got Supria. This is actually a crazy team. Do not sleep on this Ukraine team. Look at how solid that growth is across the board. Do not sleep on them. 2026 World Cup or 2022 even. Do not sleep on Ukraine. Trust me. Please don't. I beg you don't. Look at that team. 86 Suprias, 86 Sabranchuk, 86 Kovalenko, 89 Sheparenko, 86 Shapalev, 93 Chiskenkov, 90 rated Olivia Zinchenko. I've moved him from left to right. Matenkov, 85. Bondar, 85. Malienko, 88. Lunin, 92. That's what I'm saying. And these guys will develop at their clubs and be even better. Do not sleep on Ukraine. Ukraine is going to go crazy. They're going to go crazy. Trust me on this. They will have a very good World Cup. Why is my monitor? What the? Watch, remember to leave this video a like and subscribe to the channel. And, if you guys really, really like these kinds of videos, I hope that, maybe you subscribe and check out our Reddit at r/TSFY.